Welcome to the Crow's Nest, where we fly above the noise and get real. No filters, no fluff, just mindset, movement, and the mayhem of chasing what most won't. I'm Brandon Lee, and this is Jess.
And we're lifting the lid on what it takes to fly differently. This is where grit meets growth.
Let's get into it.
Let's go. Say go.
Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're chatting with the incredible Emma, an ultra runner who casually knocked out her first ultra back in 2012 and somehow decided, yep, I want more of that. Emma is the kind of person who lights up any race, a joy to be around on and off course, mum of three, an ICU nurse, and an absolute weapon of a crew member who somehow manages to stay organised, encouraging, and hilarious even when everyone else is falling apart. With two mention an expert with dealing with a giant toddler tantrums. We honestly feel very lucky she has found a spare minute in her superhero level life to talk with us today. Welcome, Emma.
Hi, Brandon. Hi, Jess.
Hey, thank you for coming
Nice to see you
again.
both.
Yes, thank you, Emma. You're a legend. How did it feel hearing all that?
Pretty bizarre. No, it's just been part of my life for such a long time. It doesn't feel like anything special, really.
Oh,
It's very special.
very special. Now, let's take us back to the beginning. Like, take us right back to the start. Tell us about where you grew up, your childhood, and the early influences that shaped who you are today.
Oh gosh. I grew up in Adelaide, and I grew up kind of in the northeast where I've ended up kind of settling. I didn't expect to do that, but found myself back here. So I'm about 2 minutes away from my parents and my sister, which is actually quite lovely. Um, and yeah, what influenced me growing up? Um,
Because you have a very great resume, Emma. Like, yeah, you juggle, you know how to juggle. If it's anyone that knows how to juggle, you do.
I
Even though we're
do.
on my time half the time.
My own, maybe it just comes from my dad being in the Army Reserves and just being a hard taskmaster. I grew up in a family where you got up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning and you got going. Like there was no sitting around watching cartoons in my house. There was like chop chop. Just get up and get moving. And dad was always there to run around and take us all to sport. And there are 4 kids in my family. So I have 2 older sisters and a younger brother. And yeah, it was just a busy household where I think it was not encouraged to rest, which is not always a good thing.
Yes.
My kids will attest to me just being hopeless at resting, hopeless at kind of sitting still. I'm just always buzzing around doing something.
I can
So
definitely see that.
Yeah, for sure.
always on the move, and yeah, probably pretty happy when I'm moving. So I think that's why I ended up in a job like nursing, and yeah, especially the sort of nursing that I do. It's I'm just happiest, I think, when I'm moving around and looking after people a lot.
Mm.
And were you like a very active outdoorsy kid?
I was pretty average actually. I mean, I did athletics and I ran just basic cross country for school and played netball and hockey and that sort of thing. But I wouldn't say I was particularly sporty, but just the way you kind of had to be. You had to play sport at school and yeah. But yeah, there were no big achievements, trust me.
I think you've
In fact,
made
I
up for
was a
that.
really bad hockey player, and I always played this position where the only thing I really needed to do, I was called an inner, was run up and down the field. Like I never got near that ball, but I was really good at running up and down. So yeah, yeah. So, and I didn't play sport after I left school. I just did aerobics and that sort of thing
Yep.
in my 20s. And yeah, um, that was it really. I didn't run until I was 40.
which is
Wow.
Oh,
You're a late bloomer.
amazing.
very much a late bloomer. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, you've done a hell of a lot like in the time you've had. A lot of people start when they're 8, 12 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I never, like a lot of people, I never ever saw myself as a runner. I always thought that that was something that other people did and that it was just too hard. And yeah, I just felt a bit embarrassed about the idea of claiming to be a runner. My first ever race I entered, which was a 7K Mother's Day Cup race, and I was so nervous about doing 7Ks. I actually went into the office like 2 days before the race and scaled it back to the 5K. So yeah, I just didn't really think I had the acumen to be a runner, but yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
You definitely have now,
yeah,
that's for sure.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you just start running and you start walking and then you start running and then you just keep going, don't you? That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
So, and I think you get your first buzz from your first competition and that's it.
yeah.
yeah.
It's all systems go from there.
Yeah, the rest is history after that.
Well, before we jump into running, because obviously that's going to be a big topic, we were going to touch on motherhood. So you've raised
Ah,
three gorgeous children that are now all adults.
well, should we call them kidults?
Adults, I
Adults,
like
yeah, yeah.
that.
No,
So
they
what?
are all adults. The youngest turned 21 a month ago, so
Wow.
yeah,
So officially adults,
officially, yes. Yeah,
officially. So what
yeah.
was the journey for you? What did that look like?
I think I just always wanted to be a mum, so that was kind of yeah, like like not everybody, but most women, it's kind of dialed into your DNA. And yeah, I think I just, in my 20s, that's kind of what everything was always heading towards.
Mhm.
Um, and I think I came from a kind of a larger family, having 4 kids. So I think I wanted to have those people in my life. Like I love babies and I love kids and I, thoroughly enjoyed my children growing up. But I also just wanted to have these people in my life when I got older, like, as yeah, people that you sit around and have dinner with and,
Yeah, yeah.
things. So yeah. Um, so yeah, had my first my daughter Zoe when I was 28, and I was determined to have all my children before I was 35. So I managed to pop Isaac out on my 35th birthday.
Wow. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Took to
No.
your guns.
I had a girl and then a boy, and then, everyone said you should just stop there. But I just, went and had one. Back then you had to have one for mum, one for dad, and one for Australia. You guys wouldn't remember that, but it was a thing.
It was it.
One for Australia. That is gold. I've never heard that
I
before.
oddly remember that from somewhere.
Peter Costello, it was back in the Howard days of Peter Costello saying we're not having enough babies. So
Ah, there you
Right.
go. So were
yeah.
you nursing as like during the time of you having children?
Not in the beginning. I had gotten my nursing degree, but I thought I was a really terrible nurse and I never ever going to do it. I got my degree, I never picked it up, and I kind of walked away from that as a career path. And I was working in bookshops at the time. So I worked in bookshops for the next 7 years. Um, and in that time, I had Zoe. And then when my son Hunter was born, I went back and did a re-entry into nursing and then sort of did that later down the track. So yeah, so I started sort of my proper career when Hunter, as my second child, was about 2.
Wow. And
Yeah.
how did you go juggling like having such a young family and having such a big career?
Yeah, I loved it. I think I think it's that I'm a person who really likes to be busy. So, and I think I was really enjoying learning and doing something really different. And I started to really develop my identity in nursing, and that that started to become quite important to me. And I also always wanted to be someone who showed my kids that it's good for women, it's good to be a mum, and it's also good to have a career and to have other interests, and things that form you as a person apart from just being, not just, and I'm never saying just about being a mum, it was just so important to me, but I wanted them to see me as a whole person as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I enjoyed nursing, and look, bottom line is we needed the money as well, right?
Yeah.
I needed to work.
Yeah, that's it.
But I fell into, so I really enjoyed starting nursing and then fell into intensive care, and that was great.
Yeah, so I was going to actually ask, how do you elect to go down that path?
You can ask when you sort of start nursing, you can sort of put up your hand and say, I'd really like to go and work in intensive care. And you sort of, you kind of are a bit lucky if you get picked to have that opportunity. And then you have to prove that you're the right person for the job. And then you get to stay. You apply for a job in that unit, and then you can stay. So
I could imagine it's extremely challenging.
yeah, it is. It is. It's a very diverse kind of place to work.
Okay.
You have the sickest people in the hospital, but you also have people who are getting better and leaving intensive care.
Yeah.
You manage out of intensive care. We manage all the medical emergencies in the hospital and that sort of thing. So it's very dynamic, and you're always learning. There's not a day you don't learn something that something new, or there's another course to do, or there's things are changing. The way the machines we use are changing, and so it's great because you're always learning.
Yeah.
And as you said, it keeps you on your feet.
Yeah, I definitely get what
So
you're
what are some of the moments that you felt or feel most proud of as a mum?
I think the thing I'm most proud of is that my children are really lovely people. Yeah. It's funny, actually. I was at my sister's 60th on Saturday night, and somebody I was speaking to said, "Oh, you really must be really proud of your boys." She'd just been talking to the boys, and she said they're really lovely young men. And yeah, my kids are interesting and funny and intelligent, and they're good people, they're kind people. So yeah, I think that's probably the thing I'm most proud of. They all finished school.
Yeah.
That was a win.
I feel like having young kids, that's like the goal, right?
Yeah,
To have
sure.
Get them through.
get them through and be nice,
Yeah.
kind adults that you want to
Yeah.
hang around and have dinner with.
People that you want to know, and also I think I'm proud that they are confident to just go forth and pursue their own dreams. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fearless as well. It's good.
Yes, yeah.
100%. You need it. You need it. So, how did running first come into your life? What pulled you into trail running and eventually the world of, as we know it, backyard ultras?
Well, firstly, I think running was very much a mental health thing. That I started out just walking. I remember just at some point just thinking, I just need to get out of the house. And I just started walking every night. And then, of course, I just started running between Stobie poles and entered, sort of thought, oh, I can do this, I can trot around. And then entered that 5K race and then just took it from there. Did the usual whole bunch of half marathons. Found out that the Melbourne Marathon in 2012 was on my 42nd birthday. So it was like, that's it. That race is made for me.
42 for 42.
Yeah.
So we took the whole family, we all went over, and I did that marathon, and then I got put in touch with a bunch of girls I did not know. They were friends of Paul's from work, my ex-husband, and he said, "Why don't you just go up and meet with these girls? They are happy for you to go and run with them." Didn't know anybody from a bar of soap. I rock up at 5:30 in the morning at my local oval. They're like, hi. Yeah, and I just started running with this bunch of amazing women that were really lovely and inspiring, and I started running with them 3 days a week, and we would chat and talk the whole time. And they, one of them had run an ultra marathon, and they sort of said, "Oh, well, why don't you come and do this with us next year?" And initially, I just thought, "Oh my God, how does anyone run 57 kilometers? That's just bonkers."
Yeah.
But then I developed this sort of, I think, feeling of saying, why not me? And it's something I say to a lot of people when they say to me, I can't run, or I could never do what you do. I kind of go, why not? If you want to, why not you? If you've got legs that work, and a passion and an excitement about it, why not you? So I went and did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I have to say that's
Always.
the word. That's what I say every single fucking
I
time.
know. I love that.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm
I know.
swearing, but that just hit my soul.
I'm
Yeah, that's
glad.
good.
I really just feel that, and I feel
Yeah.
that every time I go into something audacious. I think, why not? Give it a go. Had the best day that day. I ran with a friend. I fell over and I fell over like 20 k's into the race, and
Best.
and thought it didn't matter if all I did was just finish. And yeah, actually did pretty well and loved every minute of it.
Your friends
It
were
just
there to
couldn't.
pick you back up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
I
He did
love
look back at me and go, "Are you okay?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh,
Yeah. Welcome to trail
let's
running.
keep going."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
what were some of your first big events, and what were your like first big learning curves? Because obviously you learn a lot every event, but in those initial stages.
Well, for my first big events were doing that particular race. It's called Eurobilla Ultra Marathon. It's probably the sort of the premier ultra in Adelaide, and back then it was pretty much the only one around, apart from some more, yeah, other sort of track races and whatnot. That was the premier trail race, and you run across the hills. Because Adelaide's surrounded by hills, and you sort of run around the hills from one point to another. And I did that for 6 years in a row. I
Wow.
just,
Wow.
yeah, as well as doing other weird events. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of row gaining. It's an adventure strategy sport where it's a bit
No.
like orienteering, but crazier. And
Yeah,
you
wow.
also go out for 24 hours and traverse like, 80 Ks. And yeah, but you've got to navigate and pick up controls and do, yeah, it's a bit crazy.
I'd still be out there.
Yeah.
No.
Well, caveat to that is I can't navigate for shit, but I have really good carers who can.
Yeah,
So,
nice. That's it. Hang on
yeah.
to him.
I did the 57 quite a few times before I just kind of went, okay, I need something bigger. And then I think my next big one was going to Victorian Alps and doing the Razorback Run. You've probably heard of that.
I have,
Yeah.
yes.
So 65 Ks with a
Yep.
mountain station.
Pretty much where
Yeah.
you're going for your next race,
Basically
pretty
where I'm
much.
going back
Yes.
to. In fact, we do the in that run, you start with the Feathertop 12K climb.
Yep.
And this in Razorback, and this one we'll do it at about the 40K mark. So I know what I'm in for.
Yes. Good. Bring back
Yeah.
some wholesome memories.
So I did that, and then I got home a week after I got home from that. A couple of really close running friends, a couple of those women I was running with, Kate and Sally, just popped over for a drink one night and handed me a ticket to the North Face 100, which is now UTA, but back then 2015 was the North Face. So
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, I guess I'm going to go run my first 100Ks.
And how was
It
that?
was amazing. Actually. It was such a beautiful gift, and it was really exciting, and we were able to train together and do all that amazing stuff where you do process together. You know,
Yeah.
you do the planning, and the run planning and the food planning and the trip planning.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hard to sort of explain how wonderful ultra running is from that perspective. It's so much about, I know it's such a cliche, but it really is so much about the whole journey, and the destination is just the icing on the cake. But what you share with your friends and what you plan and how you train, and that's the big stuff, and what you learn along the way.
100%.
One of those questions you asked me.
Don't worry.
So what were the lessons you learned from that?
Yes.
The lessons I learned were where the big thing was you can do it. Like you can do it. You can make it to the end. Doesn't, it might be a good day, it might be a crap day, but you can get out there and do it. And it's not too hard. I had big lessons to learn about nutrition.
Mhm.
They used to, for a while there, Kate would name me like the 60K girl because I could run 60K on almost nothing, and then the wheels would fall off the
Yeah,
bus.
bonkers after that.
I hadn't eaten anything for 60Ks. So I started to really dial in like we all do, and start to research everything and really start to read what I could. And I read all the books like Eat and Run and Born to Run, and just trying to work out how to get nutrition right to not only be able to do it, but do it well and make it fun,
Yeah.
and not sort of chucking and
Yeah. Try to eat that lemon and chia seed. Is that the drink for Born to Run? Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good.
So,
See, Jess? There you go.
I
Give
know.
Jess some.
She's
Come
inspiring me.
on. I'm trying to get her at maybe a few yards of Melbourne.
I am really excited for that idea, Jess. And
There.
this is the thing, like, why not you?
Oh yeah, that's
That's it.
exactly right.
Yeah.
She just has to hear it from someone else besides me because I just gibber in her ear all day.
Yeah, no. Well, I was saying to Joel the other day, like if Jess wants to go out there and do a few laps, like she can enter the 4 laps and go out there and crack it up together.
I think it's just
Why not?
overcoming what exactly it's why not, but it's that push, isn't it? It's like that you got to do it.
I think you do, and I think you've just got to take the plunge and be a little bit brave, because at the end of the day, what have you got to lose?
Oh, that's exactly right. Just a bruised ego, if anything.
Not even.
Not even. That's exactly right. If you go out there and just do your best, then why not?
Well, one of the big things, did you guys probably know Brene Brown, the social researcher from the US? She's this really amazing woman who, if you've never ever, if you want to listen to something really powerful, she has a couple of really old YouTube videos. I mean, she has lots of new stuff, but there's one she does on vulnerability, and there's one she does on shame, which I think as human beings are two of our the biggest things that hold us back. Right, and make us fearful about doing things, and in all sorts of arenas, whether that be at work or in your relationships, and fear comes into that as well. So one of the things she says is that, so just don't listen. You don't take any notice of people who are not prepared to get in the arena. Like you only listen to people who get into the arena with you, and anyone sitting on the sideline, they can. Yeah, just if they're not in there and willing to give it a go, then they're not worth listening to. So, and you just got to get into the arena and give it a go, and
Very true.
You'll be proud of yourself, and everyone else will be proud of you, no matter what you achieve there.
Exactly. That reminds me of a saying that it's like a bodybuilder will never judge someone for trying to work out, or a millionaire will never judge someone for investing in something. If they're in that arena, those people are never going. Yeah, exactly. It's the other noise that you don't listen to, in a sense.
Yes, exactly. Because there'll always be people who are critical, but a lot of that comes from fear, I think.
For sure.
It's out of fear.
And people that always criticize me, I'll say, you get in and do it and see what happens. Always say, come on, your turn. No.
Come on, come into the arena.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Love it.
We actually watched
I don't think
we actually watched the Simone Biles documentary.
Oh, what's that? I don't know that.
It was probably a year or
It's
so.
still on
Is
Netflix,
it?
yeah.
It's on Netflix, and she talks about like everyone online, like, oh, well, I could have done that better. And she actually replies to them like, while you're putting your hand in your bucket of chips, typing away, like,
Yeah,
you come and show me how to do it.
they're just keyboard warriors, man. She's a real
Exactly.
warrior.
Yeah. But she talks a lot about that, the pressure of society and the spectators and that constant nagging. And it
Yeah,
was great how she dealt with
Mm,
it. Yeah.
it is.
yeah. Yeah, just and you realize once you start and nothing matters but what it gives you, which is always something positive,
Hmm.
which apart from just like pure joy, and the joy of moving over the earth, with your feet. I think that's a beautiful thing, and it just it makes me happy anyway, I think. And looking at people who start running, it seems it's catchy, isn't it? Once you
Very.
kind of learn how that lovely flow, you know.
I don't think I've
Um,
ever witnessed like a
yeah.
happier group of people, to be honest, at a sporting event.
It's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
And
Um,
especially backyards are like trail running and probably even happier places than trail runs, I think. But
mm,
in both places where you're right, I mean, apart from the grimacing from the nausea and the vomiting and whatever else,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, they're pretty happy bunch of people.
So,
Yeah.
what do you love about trails versus road running?
Um, oh, who'd want to be a road runner? Like
Or backyard
bitumen.
ultra road, like,
Oh, as opposed to, I
yes,
mean, road
like that.
running. Yeah, yeah. I like both backyard ultras and trail running. Um, Trail running is my first love. Like I just love being out in the bush. I'm happy to run with people, but I'm very happy to be on my own for hours on end. And just yeah, like I said, just moving over the earth at whatever pace takes me. It doesn't matter. Feel really great when you get to the top of a mountain and you just kind of, I mean, it's cliched, but there's the views, I always talk to the magpies when I'm out there.
Yeah.
You might spot.
That's so sweet.
I mean, I think I love the bush and I just like being out, yeah, and losing myself in nature, really. Whether you're doing that with other people or on your own. I think the trail running community has always been really lovely and supportive, I think. And you get to the end of those events, and with that one that I did for 6 years, in those early stages of that race, there was always dinner afterwards. So everyone went to dinner. It was a community, almost like this community event. And you just kind of, it was like you said, it's just a room full of smiling people with sore feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I think it's really supportive. Like everyone wants everyone to do well. Like
Exactly.
it's there's competition, yes, but we all just want everyone to make it and to do well. So yeah, what a great bunch of people to be around. And
I actually
yeah.
second that. I remember Brandon's first race was two bays.
Oh yeah, I've
Um,
never done that, but I'd love to.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I he comes from boxing, so you go
Yeah.
to a boxing event and you're experiencing a very specific demographic.
Mhm.
Going to two bays, I remember standing at the finish line. Coda was 5 weeks old.
Yeah.
I've never seen an array of different people supporting each other from tall to short to old to young to
Yeah.
every type of person. And I remember like, where have these people been?
Yeah.
Like, they're so supportive and it's everyone.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
It ranges from I think trail running really attracts people from like lots of different age groups, different
Mm.
walks of
Yes.
life, different body shapes. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's
Mhm.
not everybody's a little skinny,
Yeah.
marathon runner out there. There's people just getting out there and walk running it and uh,
100%.
yeah. chatting along the way. You always make a friend on an ultra, I reckon, at least one.
Always, always. Still till today, I reckon each ultra trail run, I have one friend.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah. Great, isn't it? It's just and then when I did Feral Pig, which was my first 100-mile point to point, I ended up spending 15 hours with these two young guys, like way younger than me. And I had the best day. And even if I could have gone faster, I just wouldn't have left them. Like I did eventually towards the end, but I just had the best day. And that was the highlight of my day, and we talked about everything, like embarrassingly so.
Yeah. Oh, the things that come out when you run, you're
Oh
not
yeah.
focused, you just talk and talk.
Yeah, you do. What gets said on the trail
Yeah,
stays
that's it, exactly.
tone of silence.
Yeah. So how did you discover the backyard format?
Well, you know Kate Corner,
Yes.
race director,
Hmm.
and now 30-yard ultra backyard marathoner.
Yep.
She's one of my best friends, and she is an enabler. She's actually one of the reasons I have done a lot of things in my life because she just says yes to everything. So she discovered the Hysterical Carnage backyard ultra, and
Yep.
she'd sort of caught on to Laz and stuff before there's three of us who run a bit together or who go on adventures together. We are a gin club with a running problem. So
Gin club.
we
I
get
love
together,
that.
we
That's
have
the
gin
best.
cocktails and we plan our next event.
Perfect.
And yeah, so Kate said, I'm going to go and do this thing where you run, this loop over and over again until you can't do it anymore. And we both rolled our eyes and thought, nah. Oh, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do that again because I'd done, have you heard of this? There was a race in Adelaide called the 6, 12, 24. So you ran for either 6, 12 or 24 hours. And I did the 12-hour and ran 100 Ks. It's a 2.2K loop. And I thought it was going to be like that. And I was like, nah, I've done that once. I don't want to do that again. But anyway, she said, well, I'm going. And then we said, okay, well, we're going too then. We we packed up our stuff and went out to Loxton, out to the Riverland in South Australia. And yeah, just kind of were blown away with this amazing race and watching these people do amazing things. So we had Phil out there that year
Wow.
in one of his first races, and Big Kev out there.
Yep.
He was the assist, and Dan Kamak and another guy, Karurik and Stuart. I forget Stuart's last name. Anyway, three who now really amazing runners. They ran 30 yards, and we just sat back and watched this thing unfold and couldn't believe we went to sleep and got up the next day and Phil was still running. And I've met Gemma and, dragged her over for a glass of champagne at some stage. So yeah, we went out and did it. I did 15 yards and I came in with 10 minutes to spare. And you guys know Sean. You know what a cracker he is.
Oh, yes, we know.
Absolutely cracking the shits at me because I came in with like 10 minutes to spare. And he's like, what are you stopping for? Nobody stops when they've got 10 minutes to spare. And I was like, nah, I'm done, man. I wanted to go get into the party tent.
Yeah.
Sit down with the girls and start, having champagne. So I stopped at 15 yards. And of course, a day later was like, I
Yeah.
don't think the idea.
So did it just evolve from there, your love for backyards?
Then I've basically done every backyard in South Australia since.
Wow.
I haven't missed
Good.
one. Yeah.
It's
So
just the people as
because
well. The people are just
people, it was just the best because it's a bit like birdies. We were out at a caravan park. We had nowhere to go or nowhere to be. So we just sat around and for the whole race until it ended. We may have been having a few wines and champagnes and stuff. And we always sat there and we clapped everybody in every lap and like cheered them on. And it was great. It was the best day. And how can you just want to do that again and again, don't you?
100%.
Yeah, so it's community, I think, and community is everything in life. you know, whatever community you decide to kind of lob in on. Once you do, that's a really special thing, I think, and you want more of it.
So, is there a
So,
standout racing moment or achievement you're really proud of?
yes, I would have to say, finishing my first 100-mile point to point. Yeah, finishing
Wow.
Feral Pig was felt it was such a massive achievement. That race is bonkers. You get to the 120K mark, and that's actually the finish line. But from there, you go and do this out and back of 42Ks, and it's probably part of the hardest part of the whole course. It's really technical trail, and there's a lot of elevation in it. And I remember sitting there, and my coach Rob at the time, Rob Donkersloot, this amazing mind focused running coach, he looked at me and I said to him, I don't know how I'm going to finish this. My legs are cooked, you know. And he just laughed and looked at me and said, you're fine, you know.
Yeah.
And I had this beautiful woman, Jen Millam, who's just finished Coast to Covey. She was my pacer. So again, what a community. Like I went to Western Australia. I didn't really know anybody. I'd met Jen at other backyards, and she said, yeah, I'll pace you for 42Ks, you know.
Beautiful.
So she was amazing. She sort of kept me, she'd say, yeah, she kept me trotting, you know, for the next out and back. So when I finished that, and ended up coming second female in that, which was pretty exciting.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah. I was what we call my accidental podium, but yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, that's my proud moment. Yeah, and I think that was the first time in my life that I had pushed myself past what I thought was my limit. And Brandon, I mean, that is what I'm looking for again. And I've not done that yet in a backyard ultra because I keep having little tantrums at 24 hours.
Yes.
You know, I've got a reputation for having tantrums.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll get past them one day.
But
I
yeah,
still
I want
haven't.
to. I want to feel that again. I want to feel what it feels like to be, to feel like you're totally cooked and go, I'm not done yet. You know. Yeah.
Pretty special.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I was going to ask, as a woman in a sport, an event format that's very male dominated, how has your experience been like?
It's been amazing. Like I know there are not as many women out there, and I was just for the sake of this was kind of looking at the stats today,
Mhm.
and it's still like not even a quarter of the participants in backyards are women. It's a bit higher in point to points, like quite a bit higher, but it's still nowhere near half or anything like that. But my experience has been amazing and really supportive. And you know, most backyards do recognise the female first, second, and third, which I think
Right.
is really important. I think the format's fine, and I wouldn't want to change it and have two separate races. But at the end of the day, it's good to recognise the women's race is, you know, as and the women sort of winners separate to the men because we are different, you know. I think there are some really extraordinary women who can compete with the extraordinary men, you know,
As we've seen,
on
we've seen it.
as we've seen, we
Yeah.
have, and it's amazing. And they're it's not that some of those women can't do that, but percentage wise, it is harder for women to compete at that high level. And I mean, that's just my feeling and looking at the stats, that tends to be how it plays out. But there always are extraordinary people. And I love the fact that as a woman, you can go out there and even though you kind of in the back of your head might have, yeah, there's a women's race, and because you're always thinking which women are left in the race, and you know when there's only two left, you know. But you're still there for the race, right? You're still there for the big race.
Yeah.
And that is to just go to your, you know, to what you can do, not just a little bit more than the last woman, you know, second to last woman standing. So yeah.
Exactly.
And still till today, at every backyard ultra, when I pee, on a tree, I always say, I'm sorry, women out there. I apologize because I
Yeah.
know how bad you do.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that's the other thing I did have to say is I think it's really important for race directors to think about women when they're planning
Definitely.
their courses or whether or not they're going to put some extra toilets on course. They need to be on course because it is. I mean, I know that at Birdies this year, you had to sort of finish your course and go up some stairs to get to a toilet.
Yeah.
Like, and that is a major disadvantage for women if they're, not prepared to squat in the bushes, and most are not. I know that I probably wouldn't give a I probably wouldn't care. I've done so much training, I just don't care anymore. But I think that it's important to acknowledge that
Yeah,
and respect that women need toilets on course and just do that little bit extra to make it a bit easier. That's some of those hard things easier.
definitely.
Because I was actually just reading something about even just changing your clothes, like, changing your crop top or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just you need coverage, and it's
Yeah.
it's a difficult and messy business
It is.
for a while to change.
Yeah.
So yeah, recognition is probably what I'd love to see more of.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
And
from that perspective.
have you seen any changes over the years, like to accommodate women better, like good or bad?
In backyard ultras.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, No Time to Die one year, the toilet situation was diabolical. Like, there were three toilets at one stage for everybody, and I was losing all my time because I wee on every lap. I was losing all my time. I mean, so did the men
Oh,
mostly, but
I
they
do
just
it.
they just they just have their favorite tree out there, right? Have you seen
Exactly.
it?
You bet me
That's
to it.
Brandon's tree. That's Joel's
Yep,
tree.
that's mine.
God knows what that tree smells
Yeah,
like.
but you just have a chat to it. You're like, hey mate, what's happening, bro?
It's so easy,
Yeah.
but you've got to make friends with a loo out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so anyway, that year was really bad. And then Sean listened, and the next year, like last year, was so good. He had so many more toilets. Yeah, they were really well placed, and it was really easy to yeah. So I do think and then that's why I love MVP, because you pass those toilets like three times. I knew I'd end up talking about toilets. It was inevitable. I'm a nurse,
Yeah.
toilets and everything that goes with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do think people are listening, and there's a lot of stuff, just not even only about backyards, but in trail running in general, with the pictures of women breastfeeding in the middle of races, and really putting it out there that we need things provided for us to be able to do this. Like women might have their period out there. There needs to be stuff, available, and yeah, I know at Reds didn't have toilets on course, and that would have been, she might do that next time. They probably needed that, but she did have like sanitary stuff in the toilets, and just all those little things that just make it that yeah, make it a bit easier.
That's the all those little extra things you guys get to think about. Like us, we just nothing. Just whether we want to get changed in and be done. That's it. No, it's true though.
It's easier, right? And
Yeah,
when
oh, for
you
sure.
think about trying to use up every single minute carefully, you just lose a lot of time there if that's something extra you've got to do. So
Mm.
yeah, respecting that I think is important, and I do think it's getting better.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So not sure about any other races there because I've mostly done Sean's races.
Yeah, and he always
Mostly
accommodates.
done, and he does, yeah, yeah.
He
So
listens.
um. Yeah, he does, and he always has a women's first, second, and third, and
Yeah,
and amazingly is having. You're probably going to talk about that anyway, but the Melbourne Front Yard Ultra and the
that will be something. I'm
prize,
very
yeah,
excited, man. Yeah, very excited for that. Hopefully, yeah, well, yeah, and there's priority toilets and seating as well, so which is great as
yeah,
well. And that's a great course. Yeah,
yeah.
being out there and
It's really
It's
safe.
a
yeah,
great
very
course.
safe. It is great. There's only one hobo that sings
Yeah,
there, but he's
yeah.
he's harmless.
Is his name Fab?
Yeah, palms.
I love that.
That's it. Uh, and
Um,
so, do you have any advice for women entering the scene or taking on their first backyard ultra?
my advice would be believe in yourself. Like really believe in yourself. Like I think one of the reasons there's not our women are underrepresented as in backyards and maybe ultra running on other races is that I think women find it harder to believe in themselves. And even about going further in backyards as well. I mean, I'd certainly say that about myself anyway. So I'd say trust, believe in your ability to be really tough and strong. Remind yourself, especially women who've had kids and, have carry that mental load and work as well as, juggle all those things. You're amazing. And if you can do that, then you can get out there and you've got the mental fortitude to give it a go and to push yourself beyond your what you think your limits are. Because you push yourself beyond your limits all the time at home when you're juggling all those things, and I think that's where women's endurance, where they should trust themselves that they've got it before they even hit the racetrack. So believe in yourself would be the big thing. And appreciate the value of the community, like you're going to immerse yourself in. It will give you so much more than what you ever imagined. So
That's great advice,
Yeah,
Emma.
definitely.
That is
100%.
great advice. So we were going to go through the next part of our running topic,
oh yeah.
that you're known as an incredible crew member also,
Goat.
that has been very, very pivotal for some of our big moments at
Yes,
events too.
definitely.
That you're calm and organized and always feel like you're 10 steps ahead. So how do you first get into crewing? How did you first start?
Well, I I've always been on the other side, and I've always had someone like Kate crew me because she's such a massive volunteer. And but I started chatting to Joel after No Time to Die, where he, hit his, because I was there right until the end. I was there when he did his 58 yards. And again, we had party tent and we were hanging around till the end.
Yeah, so good.
So it was very exciting to be there and watch them crack out like 32 yards or whatever, just he and Johan. And we started chatting about how you control your mind in these races. And I jokingly said to Joel via text, like, oh yeah, I'd love, we were talking about sat champs because that's what, of course, what he wanted to do. And I said, oh, jokingly, oh, I'd love to crew you. I'd love to come to Sat Champs and crew you, but didn't, just kind of said it on the fly. Didn't really meant it, but I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
And he then texts back like, oh, that's a great idea. Awesome.
He took
And I was
advantage of a
like,
good moment.
oh. He literally was like, oh, that means that you can come and crew me. I was like, I sat back and went, oh, okay. And I sat in bed that night thinking, oh, because I was already going to Western Australia for Feral Pig, which is a little bit later. And I sat there and I was like, maybe I could actually do that. Like, I mean, I was only joking, but I could make it a reality. So within a day, I had emailed my nurse manager. I got 2 weeks long service leave. We chatted. I was planning my trip.
So cool.
Yeah, so I got into crewing kind of accidentally on a joke.
Yeah.
But then thought to myself after I decided to do it, how could I not have how could I ever say no to that opportunity? Like, what an amazing opportunity. Kate was already race directing there, so she was going to be there anyway. And just to be amongst that group of people, those extraordinary people doing that, and also be a pivotal part of somebody else's journey. Like I sort of realized I really wanted to be help someone achieve their dreams, and yeah,
And
and
bring the
push
party
the
tent
limits.
to Sat Champs.
Absolutely. And I did, don't worry. There was gin in that esky.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Ah, that's Joel's secret.
So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. And I was a total control freak, just took over. I mean, Joel is easy to crew because he does have his plan, his race plan, and he does make it easy from that perspective. But there's always curveballs. And we definitely had some in that race because, Joel went in with an Achilles injury, which kind of took out that whole leg really for quite a few laps. And we spent a lot of time trying to troubleshoot that. But yeah, it was an amazing experience. Yeah, a highlight of my life really and my running life.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is.
So then you just want to do it again.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for even longer.
So what do you think makes a great crew person?
I think you've just got to be super organized, know where everything is, have thought ahead about how you're going to troubleshoot things, like whether that be blisters or injuries. Like I was looking stuff up on YouTube after the Sat Champs sort of thing about how to massage something out or how to strap something. And, you don't necessarily know everything, but, you want to just have in your head, these are the things that can go wrong, and this is maybe what I'm going to do about it. Yeah, set up your tent the way you want it and was this, and also like stay calm. I think you have to be the voice of reason. I think that's the big thing.
I was going to say that.
No backyard runner coming in who's really tired, needs a hectic space. It's just got to be really calm. And even if they get hectic, it's like, just give me that stuff. Go and lie down. We'll sort it out.
I seen that with you at Shepparton with Joel, and yeah, you were just this like, hey man, just come sit in, like, and it was just like you kept me calm. I was pretty
Oh,
cooked.
I
I was
hope
like,
so.
oh yeah, like
Yeah,
it was
I think,
yeah,
and a lot of that, some of that comes from working with Rob Donkersloot, and with the whole mind focus running group and learning about mindfulness in running and just what it takes to stay in the game, whether that be running your point to point or especially staying in a backyard, just staying in the moment, just dealing with what you've got there in front of you. And look, they're like big kids. They really are. And you know what it's like, Jess. Like it just never works when you get as hectic as your children.
It's true. Yeah.
It's got to stay calm, even if inside you're thinking, fuck, 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 what do I do here? Like shit. Or where have I put that thing down?
yeah.
But mostly like you, we had our in and out boxes and we had everything kind of sorted as to where things were. I'd know what shoes are what, that's for sure. That Joel takes about 12 pairs of shoes. That's an exaggeration. There are a lot though.
Yeah.
And yeah, so be organized, stay calm. And also one of the things I didn't do at Dead Cow was have already planned what I was going to say or how I was going to pep him up like during laps. So for Shepparton, I made cards that I don't know if you saw them when you went in, but I kind of would Velcro in this spot where he could see it from his chair. That would be like just a couple of words of inspiration or I can't remember them all now. I had about 60 different things, and every loop I would put something new up that you would just kind of see if you were sitting in the chair.
That's great.
Yeah, just things that he'd gone over to remind him what he wanted to keep in his mind when he was out there struggling. So yeah, I thought that was a good thing.
That is great.
I hope my name was on one of those cards.
Absolutely. B.
Brandon loves you. Oh, the crew loves you.
You're in a crow, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Look on.
Yeah, that's it. Caca.
Well, I was going to ask because at Shepparton you were solo crewing, really.
Yes, yeah,
So
just me.
you were there the entire time. How did you manage your own sleep and your own well-being to make sure that you're the best version of yourself?
Well, I sort of had as far as sleep goes, I slept like in little 20-minute things, and I felt a bit antisocial because I would be like, I'd be out there with you guys, and then it'd be, the Joel would take off and you'd all take off, and then I'd be like, okay, I need to just go and lie down, like just sit in the chair for a minute. So I did get a little bit of sleep here and there. I think being a night shift worker probably helps because I'm really used to being awake for long periods of time, and also and just having snippets of rest here and there. I sort of had all my stuff that I needed. So I'm, like it's easy to forget about yourself as crew, but I had food that I wanted to eat. I mean, Joel's mum and dad and his brother and sister-in-law were there, so they kind of made sure I was okay as well.
Yeah.
Amazing, but I did bring healthy food to eat, so that I could keep myself going.
Mhm.
That's really important. Have your own little caffeine strategy to stay awake, because you need to keep yourself calm and as well. And it's funny, but I treated that little space like it's like a little mobile home, right? It's your own little home.
Yeah, it was cozy.
It was so cozy.
Because we had the patio heater.
Yeah, you nailed
I've
that.
I've never wanted to cry more than
Yeah,
when we walked in. It was just the fairy lights and the ambience. Like, oh, I didn't want to leave, to be honest.
Yeah, and that stuff makes a difference because I have well, no, it was like that at Shepparton, but not so much even crewing, but just being in a backyard ultra, and if you're not liking that space to come back to, I think it just makes it that much harder to keep going out there. Um, so yeah, I think being organized, I think, is the key, and looking after yourself. Yeah.
I like that one, yeah, because I always say to people that crew me, especially Jess, she's starting to get better with looking after herself because she does just put all the energy on me, but it's like I need you to be your full self or
Yeah.
else, because
Yeah.
I know at the end of Shepparton, she was just crying on the phone.
Oh my
She
God.
just had a mental
That's totally understandable.
yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the
Yeah, and
part
look,
that
you
I'm
guys,
trying to get in.
you're in such a hectic time of your life with two little boys that you had to organize I'm sure that you did a lot of organizing to get them set up for the few days you're going to be away as well. So yeah, I'm not surprised that by the end of that.
Yeah.
We were, yeah, I think after that event, there was a lot of things
Yeah,
that,
the universe just wanted me to stop for everything. Just went, yep, we're done for the year. Whatever it is, man. Have your
Yeah.
tantrum, Brandon, for the 3 days. You'll be disappointed in yourself. Then back to it. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with the tantrum. Nothing
yeah,
wrong with the
but
tantrum.
that's it. I still haven't even outside of
Make sure you get
backyard.
out and do some grassing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
So
Jess and I are going to be out there again together.
we will be,
yeah,
and we'll have so much fun.
I agree.
So, is there any other top tips for anyone wanting to crew someone?
Be as excited about that race as you would for your own. Like, I think you got to be completely dialed in and yeah, want it as much as your runner wants it.
Exactly. Yeah,
100%.
all
Yeah.
in. Both of you.
You're all in, and as it's a team effort, right? You definitely can't run 100 yards without somebody. You are a big fat toddler.
Yep, yep,
You're gonna have that someone
yeah,
looking after you.
yeah,
Not quite wiping your bum.
yeah, yeah.
Sending you out with some wipes anyway, Brandon.
Yeah, just take me out with wives. I'll be in the bush somewhere. I'll call you to pick me up. Uh,
Talk to have meetings with your runner before you go and do it. Like it's a full-time job. And the last thing you want is to be out there and not be prepared with how you're going to keep them out there or how you're going to troubleshoot. So you two do that together. Joel and I would have like Zoom meetings, like, meetings where we'd sit there and go, okay, when this, then that,
Yeah.
and yeah, plan how you're going to manage your runner's mind, I think. Yeah, to
Great
get
tip.
them out
Yeah,
there.
definitely great. You got
Um,
to know them inside out, I reckon. Like you just got to know how
yeah,
they work because everyone's different. Like me, slap me in the face, get out there, you done it to yourself. Yeah, I know, cool, let's go.
yeah, you do have to know a bit what
Yeah,
somebody needs, whether they just need to kick up the bum or whether
that's
they
it.
kind of just need a calm,
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
it is. Yeah. And yeah, and take note of what other people are doing. Like you learn everything from watching other people. That
Mhm.
first backyard ultra, we didn't leave without taking pictures of Phil's tent and talking to Gemma about how the hell you do this,
Mhm.
So we had lessons from the king and queen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%.
So what has this sport taught you about yourself, about resilience, the mindset tools you rely on during this, because it will obviously help in your everyday life as well.
Yeah, it definitely does because, or running in general, like I probably wouldn't have even, s- you know, applied for jobs and positions that I've ended up doing without sort of the strength, I think, of mind that running has given me, just to kind of know that, again, that, you just got to get into the arena and do it. And that you, it's great to do hard things and you can do more than what you ever thought you could. So sorry, Brandon, back to your question. Sorry,
Yeah.
what
So,
say what
so what has the sport taught you, like about yourself, about resilience and
Mindset.
the mindset tools you rely on? Because you did say you listened to the
yeah,
podcast about the mindset. Did that like link in and what have you learnt from that?
absolutely. Yeah. Just learned that it's really important to have enormous goals, but also to let them go. Like one of the things you sort of learn with that, like, and just to one of the things you learn sort of in mind focused idea of running is be audacious, but once you stand on that start line, whether it be a backyard or otherwise, just then let go of expectations and be in the moment and just let it carry you along. Um, so I've just learned how to calm my mind. I think I'm quite a frenetic person at heart, and that's that whole buzzy nature I've always had. But it's very much taught me how to take a deep breath, pull back, and just trust the process, and just and not panic. Um, um, what else has it taught me? Um, I think just the big thing is that you can do more than what you thought you could. There's probably other things, but I can't.
Yeah,
Love
I
that.
wrote a whole lot of stuff down earlier.
yeah. Yeah, that's all right.
So, what is next for you now? Like, what is happening in your world for running and life?
Life.
What's exciting?
Um, what's exciting? Doing this race on Saturday is the next
Yes, tell us about it. GSER,
GSCR,
50
the
miler.
50 mile. So really keen to get on the start line healthy and just send it, see how we go.
And it's snowing up there, so it's going to be fun.
Well, the weather actually doesn't look too bad for
Okay,
Saturday.
cool. So good.
But, after Dead Cow Gully, and I was disappointed with my result there, and I did Ultra Adelaide just as a redemption run for that. And I went out on that one and just kind of went, I'm just going to go hard and hold on. So maybe I'll give that a go again rather than sit back and take it easy.
Yeah.
So we'll see how I'm excited about that though, and excited to get that done. That'll be my last race until probably Melbourne Front Yard Ultra.
Woohoo! Yes.
And in between that, I'm looking forward to just sort of running for joy and just doing lots of strength training and really, really dialing in on that for the next couple of months
Yeah.
over Christmas and with the hot running coming up and that sort of thing. So I still run, 60, 70 Ks a week, but really try and get really strong. I want to be really strong before Melbourne.
And who's crewing
And
you at Melbourne?
Joel is crewing me
Joel
at
is crewing. So Jess and Joel are going to be doing the gin and tonics.
They will be.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, a good thing,
Watch
Jess
out, you'll
and
be
Joel.
excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, just watch out for those clear wet liquid drinks given to you, Jess.
Yes, yeah.
It's never a single, I'm just telling you now.
There you go, the secrets.
I'm a very lightweight, so if I'm
Yeah.
asleep in the chair, you know that it's
Brandon, you can blame it on Joel.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, definitely. Here's my sabotage.
So that'll be fun. We're hoping to get Margie out there in our team, so that,
Yeah.
and have a really like it'll be a great race, women and men, but hopefully we can attract a whole bunch of really amazing women to
Sure.
try and crack that record. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and hopefully we can, yeah, even Holly, hopefully Holly can come down
Hope
too.
so. I
I've
think
hopefully she listens to this and said, "Come on, Holly, like why not?"
I heard that you'd reached out to her,
Yeah,
Brad.
yeah, yeah, I'm
You're
playing.
needling away.
Yeah, I'm working the crow. The claw's coming in.
Well, I'll work on Margie. She's just had
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
coast to coffee, and
correct.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but I know she got to like 210 and had to pull out, which is a shame for her. But it would have had to have been pretty bad for her to pull out. And I'm sure she'll be looking for the next big thing. So hopefully we'll have her there. So
Yeah,
yeah, really looking forward to that. And I want to do that thing that I said I wanted to do, which is feel that feeling again. Like I've gone past my
I'll hold you to it. Don't worry. I'll be there with you every step.
I want to get on the crow bus and have you keep me out there
We,
way longer. Okay.
I'll definitely make that happen. You'll hear me from a mile away. You know me.
I know.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, what
That should be
is
fun.
one message that you hope listeners take from your journey?
I would like the women out there, and especially older women, because I'm often probably one of the oldest people in these races these days.
Teach the
Um,
younger people something. I'm telling you, you kick their asses.
I'm going to keep trying to do that.
Good.
Good.
So I had big chats to Jennifer Russo out at Dead Cow Gully, and she just reminded me that age is just a number and it doesn't matter. You get out there and do what you want to do and stay strong and don't be limited by that. So I just love to say to women out there in general, mostly, and especially women who think that, they're too old to get started or life's too busy, like you're not too old and you're not done yet. Like just give it a go and join the community and have some fun and believe in yourself.
I love that.
Especially your backyard community. It just
Especially the backyard community.
and I've said it on many other pods that I've found my home. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, truly.
I have too, and unexpectedly, like I'd been in trail running for a long time, and I will always do point to points. I love them, but the backyard community is particularly special, I think, and I just love rocking up and knowing I'm going to see like a whole bunch of good friends now,
Yeah.
and we do whatever we can do, whether you're crewing or running, to keep each other going and to make it work, and yeah, would definitely love sort of helping out, like helping people, whether it be setting up or getting what they need, like we all do. It's and then just having a laugh, really.
Yeah. And even us,
Having
like,
fun.
we're not fairly new, but like we were pretty new in it, and you guys just made us feel so welcome. I was just a big child, and I just met 100 other childs,
Yeah,
and it was just like
maybe we're all just a bunch of big toddlers.
maybe, and yeah, they just want to
But Brad,
suffer.
I remember you at Wild Dog because I was supposedly race directing out there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did a pretty
Yeah.
But I remember you were out there, and I just remember you did not stop smiling, like literally for all of your how many laps was it? Nine was I can't remember, 30,
37,
30,
37.
30,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go. Yeah. You
Yeah.
you were just a cracker. You
Yeah.
was like, this guy never stops smiling.
Yeah, and then I remember like I hugged Joel and I didn't even know it was him, and that's when like that was Joel. Like I knew who he was, and like some I think was it Farms or something? Yeah, you hugged him. I'm like, oh, was that the tall guy?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, like I just can't believe I just met him.
Yeah, I know. And
I fangirled Joel when I
yeah.
first met him. I did. I'm like, it's you.
You did
I
hard.
I
know
did.
we all do that, don't we? It's like when I had with Pato, I became friends with Pato on Facebook or something, and I was like, said to Kate, right, we hit the jackpot here. Like,
Yeah.
look at this. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
The joys.
just keep having fun and laughing at each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do. Don't worry. All right. So yeah, so we're gonna close this out with our signature questions that we normally do. So our first one that we ask people on this podcast, very unrelated to just anything. So you've probably heard of them. What is your go-to order at your favorite restaurant?
I have thought about this one.
Yes.
I don't know about my favorite restaurant, but I can't go past hot chips and curry sauce at the local at my local English pub.
Yes, yummy, the curry chips.
Yeah, the curry chips,
Yeah,
curry sauce is
yum.
the best, and an English ale.
Yeah,
That's pretty good fare for me. But
yeah, definitely.
I was not going to pick that,
Yeah,
Emma.
no, definitely. I've
Not
I've
at
I've
all.
been to Ireland twice, and that's my dish that I always go, yeah, hot curry
the
chips.
alternative was salt and pepper tofu. So you probably were
Mm.
probably more expecting that one.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely, definitely. Definitely.
So, if
Yeah.
money and time weren't an issue, what dream would you chase tomorrow?
I would buy myself a big four-wheel drive and take a year off work and just go traveling.
Yeah.
Traveling around Australia. I mean, the world's amazing, but I haven't seen enough of Australia yet. So I'm desperate to get to the Kimberleys and to go to Broome and Ningaloo Reef. And I don't know, I just want to go everywhere. I want to discover all of Australia. So that's what I'd do. And I'd love to just go walking, like go on those, walk the whole of the Bimman track or
Yeah.
something like that. So that's what I'd do if I could just give up work tomorrow.
Amen. I like the sound of that. Travel, yeah, that's something. I'd love to see Australia. And number three, if your story could help with just one person, what do you hope they take from it?
Um, I think one of the things that especially women say to me is I'm too busy with my life, or I'd really love to run, but I don't have runner's legs or a runner's body, or I've got to look after these kids, and we all have to do all those things. But take away that it's really important to do something for yourself, and that it makes you, in the end, you're able to be a better mum and a more be more present if you do something that you really love as well. And I mean, we can bring our families along on this journey, and it's about if you really want to do something hard, it's just about prioritizing, right? So you can find time. You might not be able to watch, and it's, watch the TV program that you might always watch, or I don't know, there's something that you always do that you have to give up to sort of achieve that goal. But if you really want it, you'll find the time and it's worth it. Yeah. So
Definitely.
You are
You
amazing.
are.
Thank
Nah,
you so
I'm going
much.
but thank you for saying that. I
No,
appreciate it.
you have a
Yeah.
phenomenal outlook, Emma, and I think anyone who listens to this, like I've taken so much from it.
Yeah, I have too.
Your
Yeah,
positivity and
100%.
just your outlook on everything is just, yeah, phenomenal.
Especially as you say, being present. That's one thing I do struggle because I put a lot of pressure on myself. I know I do.
And it's like,
Yeah,
just stay in the moment, let it take you for the ride. That's what happened
absolutely.
at Dead Cow. I just went for the ride because I'm like,
You
I don't
did,
know if
and
I can back
look
that
at
up.
until
And I just go, fuck it. I'm running with Phil Gore and Harvey Lewis, and I just went with it. And
yeah, just
yeah,
and yeah, in that in life with your kids, whatever, just stay in the moment, be present, um, yeah, enjoy the people around you, yeah, I don't know,
Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for
definitely
coming.
laugh.
Big
Yeah.
love, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck on your race,
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, thanks,
Joy.
and we
fun.
can't wait to hear how you smash it.
Yep. And I hope Joel doesn't slow you down.
Unlikely.
Yes, it's going to be fun. It's a very, yeah, you're going to have a beautiful time out there, as you know, you've
It'll be
experienced.
amazing. And then there'll be lunch, and that'll be amazing too.
Yes, yes,
Benefits.
definitely.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for
Guys,
coming
thanks
on the
for having
Crow's
me
Nest, Emma.
on. Yeah, thank you. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you
Yeah.
so soon.
See you later. Kaka.
Bye.